Start streaming. Just pulling up my work chair. It's not as comfortable as my lounging around chair. But yeah, let's see. Let's pull up my previous completed commission. Oh. Hide all these extra things. There we go. This is the one I just completed earlier today. It's the second one in this little commission stack. And I'll be working on the third one. This is the first one in that commission stack. Like there'll be 2 more to do. So guess let's get started. First, I'm going to be throwing down the guides, which help me measure out where these characters are put. And I throw it on the middle guide, like first to just mark where the front view begins and ends, and the side view begins and ends, because these designs are being made for 3D artists to build off of. So the first part of doing this is just marking the guides that I need in order to put all this together. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, half of 11 would be 5.5. Half of 5.5 would be 2 3/4. 2.75. There we go. And over on this side, the halfway mark is at 8 1/4. Trying to get it down to, gotta zoom in a little more, to 8 1/4, 8.25. There we go. Now I like to sketch in the color blue. Get the just get the rough sketch down. Oh, let me drop my opacity a little bit, just so I'm not laying down these lines that hard. Oh yeah, I forgot that little halfway point on the horizon line. Half of 8.5 is a 4 1/4. Oh, 4.25. Spot on. Sweet. All right. View snap to guides. I'm putting the snap to guides on so I can do like a little vertical line right down the middle, right here. This way, this vertical line will like help me match this figure. Like I'll rough out the whole figure, but then I'll just put details on one half, and then I'll just mirror them details. And oh, let me pull up the reference for the character I'm going to be working on. Oh, hey, Isaac Lobos. Isaac Lobos is in the chat. She says, yeah, I'm first. It's a very special thing when you're the first. Yeah. Let's see. This character is Kanna Kamui. And she appears to be, I don't know anything about like some of these characters that I've been commissioned to do, but she seems to be somewhat of a, she's got these horns, and you know what, I vaguely remember like maybe seeing something about this character. I think she's like a part dragon or something, from what I understand. I'm not sure, but I guess maybe someone can correct me on that. I don't know. But as you can see from her figure in this piece here, she seems to be thick. Not fat, but thick. So when I'm roughing out this this piece here, I guess I'll just keep that in mind. Probably has some sizable hips, and she's got some nice meaty thighs. And judging from her appearance here, I guess her body type just looks like she's fairly young. So I gotta keep that in mind in drawing some of her proportions. I gotta make sure I account for the the horns when I draw them in. But she looks like a pretty cute character. Drinking some water right now. I know I said in an earlier video I gotta be mindful of when I drink fluids because my whenever I swallow fluids, it's just very audible, and it's and like my mic is just like a few inches above my head, so I'm sorry if when I'm drinking water it's too loud. I can't help it sometimes. I know it's weird, and I do apologize for me just drinking too loud. Yeah, I think this character is one of the main reasons I opted to just like draw each of these characters from scratch because her design is so unique. Like her body type is pretty different from the other body types I've been drawing. But the last one I'll be working on after this, like she seems to be like a very similar body type to some of the previous characters I've been designing in this way. So I may just like drag over one of those previous designs I worked on and just draw off that body type and just draw her facial features and clothes characteristics on top of that, since she's so similar to the other ones. But for this one, like like I said, she's got a very unique body type. The term I used is thick. Got very thick thighs, and I don't know what the rest of her looks like, but just kind of going off this design here. Oh, those. I was wondering what those beads were. They're just like kind of hair accessories. I see. I see now. For Grammaton says, "Hey again. What's up?" For Grammaton says, "I sent a couple messages at the start of the previous stream, but didn't get to hear if you replied since I was in transit." Oh, I did reply. I can't remember what those messages were, and I can't remember my responses. Oh, it was about Megumin. You asked if I knew about that character, and I said I didn't know anything about her because um, since I've been away, like I haven't really given myself a chance to just delve back into the anime fandom. So all the anime that are out that are like maybe even worth watching, I have no idea about, and it's been a while. It's taken me some time to just try to break back into it because I've just been so busy just drawing and animating and just trying to make ends meet that I just don't have enough time to allocate to just watching anime. But I have given myself a little bit of opportunity every now and then to check out like critically acclaimed like recent anime. Uh, as I stated, for well, you didn't hear it, but I started watching Attack on Titan, if that's what it was called. Let me look it up real quick, if that's the actual name for it. Yeah, Attack on Titan. I just started watching Attack on Titan not too long ago because I've just heard so many like great things about it, and it's like one of those must-watch anime. And after like coming out of prison, like again, like I just binge watched. It took me a while to binge watch it, but I completed Kill la Kill, and it's a shoot. I love like that Gainax animation, and um, took me a while to complete. I think I might have to watch the several seasons leading up to the finale as well as the finale itself because I think I was binge watching it during a time where I just couldn't pay too much attention to it. So I think I'll have to binge watch it, well, the last portion of it again, just so I can um, get the sense of everything that's going on. But after I started watching that, I started looking around other anime I need to watch, and Attack on Titan was one of them. And I just barely started getting into. I think I'm on episode 2 or 3, but it's a subtitled version on Netflix, and I often don't have enough time to read subtitles because usually when I like watch cartoons or anime, like I'll put it on in the background as I'm drawing or designing. But Um, back the backdraw for that is that it needs to be a dub version, needs to be in English for me to like follow along with the story as I do my work. So I haven't given myself an opportunity to really get into a lot of like these shows and stuff. So as far as Mugamin goes, like I have no idea um, what story or um, series she belongs to, and I'm not sure if I'll ever get a chance to, or anytime soon, to just like really check it out. I haven't even finished watching Soul Eater. I started watching Soul Eater like a couple of years ago. I just haven't given myself much opportunity to just jump back into it. And I know there's a dub version somewhere. I think it's on Hulu. It's either on Hulu or Netflix. But yeah, I haven't given myself an opportunity to just jump back into that because I feel like I've been gone for so long that I have to start at the beginning. For Grammaton says Attack on Titan gets kind of a bad rep in the more savvy anime communities because people call it too over dramatized and mainstream, but I enjoyed it and don't see a lot wrong with it. I think I'll enjoy it because it's pretty like it's not a lengthy type mini series. Like sometimes there are some anime that just go on way too long, and I like anime that has like a short and concise like a story to tell, and it doesn't have to like drag things out, and you don't get too much filler. So when I looked up Attack on Titan, I saw that it's only like a few seasons long, and figured like, oh, this is doable. And it's much like I get that feeling with like short seasoned anime, like such as Gurren Lagann, and I think Gurren Lagann, I believe, was only like 3 seasons long. I might be wrong on that, but I think it was 3 seasons long, or maybe it was 2 seasons long. I don't quite remember. I used to own it, but then I sold it not too, or sold it along with a bunch of my other other stuff. But yeah, For Grammaton continues to say, even I've seen Kill la Kill, but I haven't actually watched any of the very popular, more recent anime you're currently drawing characters from, like Sagiri, Mugimi, and Kana. Yeah, like I know like nothing about the anime or the story, backstory of a lot of these characters I've been commissioned to do. I just look up the reference and just start drawing. Soul Eater was great. Yeah, I've decided to take more of a chronological approach to my anime watching as well. Before Grammaton says he doesn't like watching it airing anime or anime that have just recently aired because in most cases it takes a while for them to find their true place in history, so to speak. Yes, I agree. I'd rather like watch anime that have been completed. I think that's why I just kind of quit watching Naruto. Um, for like two reasons: is that it was an ongoing anime, and like I couldn't just spend my time just on the edge of my seat waiting for the next episode. And there are like a couple of episodes, and I can't remember what season, but the animation was just so wonky. I was like, wow, they really phoned it in for some of this animation just to reach their deadline, and it was just cringe-worthy to look at. And like, no, and so I just couldn't watch it anymore. And Now that it's done, I might. That's a big might. That's a big maybe. I might start watching it again. I don't know, but I'm more of a fan of the manga. But when it comes down to manga versus anime, I'm more of a fan of manga just because it's a more tangible format in a sense, just so I can like physically hold the artwork in my hand and just appreciate it at my leisure. Because I like a lot of the details and stuff that manga artists will like put into their work. Yeah, I like watching anime where you can just sit back and just watch it episode after episode. Just checking to see if her arm is at an appropriate length. Yeah, that looks fairly decent. I might have to thicken her thighs up a little more because this character design is more meaty. Maybe I think I might have to adjust some of the proportions all around. Cal Lockinson still at it with the beatboxing, huh? Yes. Yes, I am. Biggles flies again. I'm not sure if I've interacted with or this person has ever commented before. Did you wallow in food and physical pleasure upon release? Snail mail to you? Where and how? Um, Snail mail to me. Oh, you don't have to send snail mail anymore. Like I do have an email and everything. But yeah, after I got out, it sucks because like I saw like a Jack in the Box advertisements for like their food truck series of burgers, and one of them was the pork belly burger, and it was like a slab of pork belly uh, in between two buns and everything. And I was just like watering at the mouth, just like seeing these commercials for this thing, and like hearing it was for a limited time, and I was getting around like not too long after that, but once I got out, like the run on those burgers had already completed. So I was sad. I was a sad panda. Okay, I think I will have to make these thighs little thicker. Um, Biggles Flies again says, remember you said you'd write a Selly friend of mine, a tribal lad as well. How can he contact you by snail mail, by the way? How long were you gone? Oh, oh, you're the one from Austin, right? No, Austin unit over in Bastrop. You can email me his contact info, and then I'll start writing him uh, whenever. Like I still got some other inmates to write on my end too. And how long was I gone? Well, this time around I was gone for about six months, and that was just for friggin' being in possession of pornography of which I myself drew. Friggin' bullshit. That judge needs to be tried for breaking the Constitution and executed for his unconstitutional offense. And as president, I will see to it that all judges face such severe penalties for their trespass on America and its values of liberty, freedom, and justice for all. Vote Johnston Blackhorse 2020. What the hell is up with my eraser? There we go. That was weird. Well, yeah, just message me his mailing info, and I'll send him a letter, and just find me on one of my various websites and send me a instant message or like a note or something, and I'll look him up and start writing to him. My email ID, you can email me at Johnston. What was my? It's been a while since I've given it out. Johnston.blackhorse@gmail.com. Again, that's Johnston, Johnston .blackhorse, all one word, of course, and just like it's spelled just as it sounds, Black Horse, at gmail.com. Or maybe, I guess I could have typed it in the chat box. I didn't think about that. I'm just so busy just drawing. Sometimes these ideas don't come to me. But I don't know. Do you got it, or do you need me to type it out? Biggles says, "So glad you're back." Well, thank you. I'm glad to be out. My God, like it's a freaking shit show on the inside. A shit show that government officials and judges guilty of unconstitutional trespassers should be made to suffer. And as your president, I will see to it that they do. Vote Johnston Blackhorse, 2020. Biggle says my fave of your art is the pool party, wearing a mask, snorkel, and chap chasing a lass in the back. Yeah. Like I had met a fan in on the inside who like told me what his favorite piece was, and it took me a longest time to remember what piece he described to me. And after it finally came flooding back, it's like, oh yeah, okay, now I remember. And he had commissioned me to do some lowly work while I was incarcerated, and I drew him a lot of lowly art on the inside, as well as a couple of Shota pieces, like not like gay Shota pieces, but straight Shota pieces with older females. And yeah, it was it kept me busy, and then it kept my he kept my locker full. But yeah, he says that he's gonna try to like keep them safe as best he can, and when he gets out, he's gonna see if he can just start posting them online. And I've said it before, but I've dubbed that little collection of his the Defiance collection. I had left another collection of lowly artwork in a previous facility they kept me at, but I didn't bother like naming it or signing them. But I doubt those pieces will ever make it out alive. But when I'm allowed to draw lowly again, like I'll see what if I can draw them from memory, because they were pretty good, I'd have to say. Hmm. Oh no, I got a cramp. Oh. Yeah, at Gmail. Biggles is asking what the email service utilizes. Yeah, it's at Gmail. Hmm. Doesn't quite have a nose. I'm wondering if I should I draw one? Beatboxing causes cramps? Oh, man. She has such a tiny mouth. Hmm. Okay. Biggles. Called you Giggles. I'm sorry. It says it is as if you are here chatting with you. Delightful. Got to do some beating now. Too. Later, Gator. I'll email you soon. Ari, the friend of mine in SP. Thanks. He would be so appreciative. Wait, does this friend of yours know me too? Just wondering. I can't remember the discussion from last time, but I vaguely remember you talking about a native friend that you have. I probably already took off. I guess I'll ask that question later. Oh, I was able to chat with Randy Dave before he disappeared. Oh, I remember Randy Dave. It's, I enjoyed his artwork years before. Randy Dave got. It sucks. I remember he came out of retirement just a little while just to give me some props on my artwork. Oh, I guess his friend doesn't know me. But it's still nice to receive letters. Okay. That's looking good. Beagle says, sleep well later, Lucifer. Bless you. All right. Take care. Talk to you later. Aren't Lucifer and Satan different people? Looking that up right now. Lucifer and Satan. Just doing a quick check on Wikipedia. Um, it's a pretty. It's pretty wordy. I was hoping for like a quick yes or no. Eh, I don't have that much time to learn new things right now. I'm too busy drawing. Yes, that will do. Bring this over to the side. Drop the opacity, make a new layer. Start bringing these guides in. Guide for the collarbone, guide for the shoulder, another guide for where the trapezius meets the neck, guide for the navel, guide for the crotch, guide for the top of the knee right around there, guide for the bottom of the knee right around there, ankles, and the feet. Oh, throw a guide in there for the horns too. Oh, I gotta. My lines are going all wonky because of the snap to grid or snap to guides, as you can see here. I like having snap to guides on when I need to align something with the guides, but then when you're drawing and you're drawing very close to some of these guidelines, like the lines that you're drawing will go freaking crazy. Going freaking nuts. I wonder if I should kind of make it resemble this a little more. Maybe just a little. I like to put two lines for the nose, for the tip of the nose and for the bottom of the nose. Here's a guide for the mouth. Her mouth is so tiny. Let's see now. For the eyes, for the eyebrow. Save. Huh. Commissions. Whoops. Just the name. Kanna Kamui. Save. Since this character has such meaty thighs, I assume she has a somewhat of a larger than usual posterior. Oh, she is a dragon, eh? Eh? Vaguely remember hearing that somewhere. So I wasn't sure whether to call her a dragon or a demon. Guess she was a demon, she'd have more demonic features somewhere, like maybe slit pupils, maybe some demon wings, or what have you. There's an unwritten rule about looting her. I forgot the incantation though. Huh? I was unaware of this. Unwritten rule about looting. Lewd. Lewd. In this character. Well, guess that's not my area right now. I'm just I have nothing to worry about. This is just a reference for a 3D model. So once I'm done with it and I hand it off, it's out of my hands. So I guess perhaps I got nothing to worry about. Don't know what this unwritten rule is though. Should I be worried? I ain't afraid of no ghost. It's like a chant. Rage against the ravioli, always salute the dragon lowly. You gave her serious cake. Well, I gotta draw a sizable enough behind for these sizable thighs. Otherwise, it just wouldn't look proper. Feeling slightly peckish. I think I'm going to make myself a quick PB&J. I'll be right back. Oh, well, I guess before I do that, I should make a little layer illustrating that. BRB. And I'm back. I know I said I was going to make a PB&J, but I opted to make a turkey Swiss sandwich instead. I'm very happy with my decision because it's a delicious one. I should pour myself a soda. I'll do that later. Oh, I hope I'm not chewing loudly. I know when I drink, my swallowing is very audible and might seem disturbing to some. Wait, if she's a dragon, does she have a tail? No, she does. How? What kind of tail is that? I mean, what does her tail consist of? It's like a little scraggly, hairy ball on the end of a string. Oh, so she's kind of like got some sort of like porcupine or cactus spines on the tip of a tail. Okay, I see. I see. Mr. Enigma says he thinks it's supposed to be a fluffy. Well, I'll just draw what I see and let Mr. Enigma and his 3D modeler interpret what it's supposed to represent. By the way, welcome back, Mr. Enigma. Sorry, sometimes I like to hum while I eat. Kyle Larkin says he likes to smile while he chews. I'm just thinking of other expressions to utilize while I chew. First I thought about frowning, then I thought about screaming and chewing in terror. It's a silly mental visual. It comes naturally. Screaming in terror while I chew. Oh my god, this is so horrifying, but yet so delicious. Your cooking is a terrifying delight. That's silly. It's too ridiculous. The fear of food. Oh shoot, I'm dropping stuff over here. What am I dropping? I should reorganize my desk. Another bite of sandwich, please. Let's see, do those line up? Yes. Oh yeah, the horns, the horns. Whoops. Huh. Right above and a little behind the ears. Okay. Hmm. So if that's there, then this is somewhere right here. I'll have the last bite of my sandwich, please. Well, I guess second to last. Okay. It's going to be, yeah, it's perfect. Ah, nuts. View guides. Ooh, excuse me. The hell? What was this double guideline for? Can't see her fingers. Meet, edit, transform, flip horizontal. Ugh. Hmm. Oops. There we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hmm. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Man, I wish I could listen to something. But every time I do, it's always copyright this and copyright that. It's crazy. I'm afraid of turning on the radio for fear of copyright there as well. Of course, it's going to be copywritten, but someday, in the later future, I might want to monetize some of my videos, but I can't do that when there's copywritten music in the background. It's crazy. In the previous video, I was playing like some just creepy music loop for ambience, but that's copywritten too. Guess by the creator of that channel that makes eerie music. Guess I could listen to more creepy stories, but then sometimes when I get too in the zone, can't really pay attention or listen to what's going on. Alrighty, now about time to start sketching the clothes and the hair. So go ahead and copy this sheet. Just throw it in here. I'll merge these layers down. Call this base rough. Make a new layer. Utilize a different color. Make it a red color. Start plotting out her hair. It's like right all the way down to her eyes. Got a ribbon too. Lightly sketch that in, and There we go. Cal Larkin says, I have issues with anime styles. It's too clean and simplistic. I worry a lot because there's not many descriptions and you have to get it spot on to get the likeness. Yeah. Sometimes it can be kind of hit and miss. Like if you don't get the likeness just right, it ends up looking like another character. But for the most part, what I've been doing in these recent videos, it seems like the costume makes up a lot for that. You know, you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. Do you know? Carl Larkin says he's drawing Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. It's maddening. Yeah, like a lot of Studio Ghibli and some of Miyazaki's, a lot of Miyazaki's work. They all the characters just pretty much cut from the same cloth, and it seems like you have to rely heavily on the costume that the character wears to really get the point across as to what character it is. It's like the facial um, expressions or facial features, you know, the characteristics are just very similar across the whole like Miyazaki universe, but it's like you have to rely heavily on the costume or other character features like hairstyle and stuff like the face is just, yeah, I understand. I understand the struggle. It's the struggle in getting a character to look just right. You think I'm an ignorant savage? Well, you've been so many places, I guess it must be so. But still I cannot see if the savage one is me. There must be so much that you don't know. It's awful. Terrible. Huh. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Okay. It's just me being nitpicky, picking all the nits. Ooh, how long have I been going? Almost 2 hours now. Whoops. No. Save. Why am I going so much into detail with little details that you might not even see? Well, I guess I want to get the proportions right for when I do the side you will see. So yeah, that's that's a good reason. Okay, let's see. Getting restless again. I should get up and move around a bit. All right, I'm back. Even though I went, well, I guess I'll lightly erase it, but I'll just leave it there enough so I can reference these hair accessories when I do the side view. Hmm. What the hell is that snapping to? Shouldn't really be snapping to anything. Huh. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a corner here. Wait. Nuts. Oh. No, I think I'll keep it there. That'll be good. That's alright. Yeah. Whenever you see an opportunity to cut a corner, cut that shit. Do. Kind of, let's see, goes down, swoops down like that. Cool. All right. Let us do the hair. Not hair. Clothes. Let's see. Okay, she seems to be wearing. I'm assuming this is part of one whole dress here, and then like some sort of like shawl on her shoulders, stockings, and ballerina type shoes. Taking another look at this design again, I think, well, I just fix one side and then mirror that. Oh yeah, view, snap, guides. Ah, nuts. taking another view at this design from with all the hair and the about ready to start the clothes, start designing the clothes. Like I felt like her neck was a little too thick on the in the front view. Whoops. Ah. Okay. I forgot about that. Like these layers are merged. So there, that looks better. No. There we go. Okay. Hoppa. Didn't mean to do that, but kind of worked out. Hmm. Instead of doing all that work, why don't I just oops. Hmm. That is somewhat unintended. That's good. Oh man. Since we're coming up on 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here and then continue the stream. I don't know when, but I think I'm just going to kick back and maybe watch some YouTube or something, or I don't know, get myself a beer. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet, but I'm getting all groggy again. I gotta chill out, relax. Yawn. So, thanks to all those who participated in the chat. It's always a pleasure and a joy to interact with you folks. And to those who are just joining the stream or watch the stream on a much later date, if you want to help support the creation of more of these videos or more artwork content from me, I got a Patreon website, so I'll leave that link in the description below. You can check out my Patreon. Got a lot of free content there. Check it out. If you like what you see, then think about becoming a Patreon patron. And if Patreon's not your thing, I also got a GoFundMe account if you want to donate a few bucks or give me some loose change here or there. I'll leave the link to my GoFundMe in the description section below. I'm also a member of DeviantArt for Affinity and Ink Bunny, so if you're on any of those websites, you can start following me if you'd like. I update those three websites on a regular basis whenever I have artwork to release. And almost forgot my little deal here, my little dealio. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you have any suggestions for future videos, you can reach out to me on one of the various platforms um, I have linked on this on this on this on this video. I'm having a hard time um, organizing my thoughts. Oh, that's a terrible thumb. There we go. The bigger the better. No, that's just equally as bad, but whatever. So, as always, thank you for watching this video, and I shall check y'all later. Sweet. Bye.